Hey everybody, it's Andrew from Sport Pilot 101, and today I'm answering some questions that we get most often about the Sport Pilot certificate and its medical requirements. Now, the big thing that most people think about when they think about the Sport Pilot certificate is that there is no medical requirement for you to become a sport pilot. What does that mean? Well, for most Americans who become sport pilots, it means that they can fly a light sport airplane with no FAA first, second, or third class medical, certifying only with a driver's license, and they're a testament that they are healthy to fly that airplane. But that's a little confusing. The FAA doesn't really clearly define what self-certification process exists, and they don't always make it clear for you to understand if you should or should not be flying a plane based on your health. So, let's start with the big ticket item. In order to self-certify, that is to fly a light sport airplane without a medical certificate, you must hold a valid U.S. driver's license. Now, this driver's license must be a standard issuance of a driver's license. It can be a standard driver's license or a CDL, but it cannot be a learner's permit. It cannot be a junior driver's license. It cannot be a farm equipment operating license. It must be an actual driver's license in order to self-certify. If your driver's license has any medical requirements on the back of it, such as must wear corrective lenses, then you must comply with those requirements to operate as PIC of a light sport airplane. Now, when is a driver's license not good enough? For those people who have held in the past an FAA third class, second class, or first class medical and have allowed that medical to elapse or expire, you can operate using that driver's license as your medical certificate. But if you had your third class, second class, or first class medical certificate revoked, you can no longer operate as a sport pilot. You must get a special issuance from the FAA to operate as a sport pilot or any category of pilot at that point. Additionally, the FAA says in 6153, if you have any known condition that would make you unsafe to fly an aircraft or operate as PIC, you can't operate as a sport pilot either. So how do you know if you have one of those conditions? The easiest and simplest way is to talk to your physician. Talk to your physician about the fact that you're a pilot, you like to fly, and it's your passion. And then ask them if you have one of those conditions, what you can do to make yourself safer and make sure you are healthy enough to fly. Remember, if you become subject to any FAA investigation, the conversation you had with your doctor is on the record, so make sure you take their advice. But if you didn't talk to your own doctor, the FAA may question you as to why. If the answer was, I'm afraid they told me I couldn't fly, then you already know whether you should or shouldn't be a sport pilot. I hope this was helpful for you guys. If you have any more questions about the sport pilot medical certification process or becoming a sport pilot in general, leave your questions in the box below. I'm Andrew from Sport Pilot 101, and we'll see you next time.